Inshallah and Ashe. As always, divine will's blessings to you and for you. It looks like we have a little lag. But either way, welcome to a fantastic Friday, but also a Friday the 13th, where I believe all things get a little bit more mystical, magical, and maybe a little bit more mysterious. Mysterious querents come into play. So, really expecting the unexpected, possibly a dream or a wish fulfilled, whatever that is for you, especially like right next to the 1212 portal. And if you happen to miss last week's show, it's called the liminal time, subliminal time, supraliminal time with the winter solstice Yule, my all time very favorite ritual. I love this ritual. Let me find it in all my glamour. Doo-doo. Where are we now that I know I'm functioning? Oh, there we go. Omen days. This is like embracing a new era, a guide to Omen days and 13 wishes. I put the link to the blog in the show notes. But what is Omen days and 13 wishes? And if you are new here at the Tanya D, this is my weekly live show. I offer mini as in small, live cowrie shell divinations. At the end of the show, all you need to do is go ahead and comment your year of birth, your month, and then I will move the shells, I should say, and read them on your behalf at the end of the show. I also bring in elemental insights along with celestial bodies, the moon predominantly, the subtle fields, the auric fields, the energetic centers, along with usually some meridians because they're part of the elemental pathway. And of course, random musings and some insights. So if you're new here, I am a seer. I'm a reflector in human design. I sample energies, really reflecting them to the collective. I'm also a hermit. I prefer to hermitize. And what's key for me is my environment and the people within environments as I reflect that and seeing possibly what others may or may not be seeing energetically. In the subtle fields, very much solution driven or orientated, providing intuitive guidance, or hits, I should say. But last week I brought in Omen Days. This is a ritual that I feel comes from the origins, the olden ways, if you will, Odin. Real quick though, I'm just going to give you a little insight. Go ahead and watch last week's show if you want to dive in a little deeper, or go check out my blog. The idea, and I did this, is to write down 13 wishes or desires that are truly aligned with what your heart wants, along with your soul, your wishes. They need to be something that you are fully capable of manifesting, not too far out of reach. So each night for 12 days, you can start anywhere between Yule, winter solstice, and the 26th of December. That's kind of the doorway. I kind of start to muse around my desires and my wishes from now through December 26th. And then this is when I start, on December 26th through January 6th, each day I grab a wish from my jar, in this case, a butter dish that I have. And then you burn the wish and you pull an oracle or a tarot card. So that message, the first one, is the message for January. And then we continue each night until January 6th to burn one wish per night and also pull a card until we have one wish left, which is the 13th wish. So this is the wish that you are to focus on for the entirety of 2025. For example, my wish was to attract the right tribe for my business. I just used Post-its and crumpled them all up, folded them up. And that was huge. I just held on to that for the whole year and it held true. I was able to attract the right tribe for my business. So if you don't know, my business page here on Facebook has grown. So total gratitude. So my whole intention here is like, may the Omen days and these 13 wishes inspire you to join me for this year's ritual. And I'll be sharing each month, each of the cards I do pull, the energies, so we can all kind of collaborate and elevate the collective desires, if you will, the heartfelt desires and wishes. So if one of you has the same wish energetically, I find it's a lot easier for the wish to come into fruition because it's kind of on this energetic algorithm. It's all aligned in frequency alignment, if that makes sense. So just pay attention to signs and omens and subtle messages and energies, because that's kind of how the other world speaks in frequency. It doesn't speak in English. It's energy and vibration, cold chills, stuff like that. So the elementals today, I always get excited about the elements. The elementals, though, we have a yin metal pig of a day, a lot of water. Pig is the birth of water. The rat is I want to say it's the direction of water is kind of what I feel. And if you don't know, I've been utilizing 4 pillars of Chinese destiny astrology for over 20 plus years. It started percolating in my thought process when I had a vision years ago. I was looking into an energetic skincare product and line that was really aligned with my beliefs. I've been saying for years that I truly believe energy is the medicine of the future, and here we are. So, in the Chinese theory, the product that I utilize and the method, it's all based on Chinese astrology or Chinese medicine, I should say, and not really the astrology. I just incorporate that because it's all in alignment. Chinese astrology and the chakras, I work with light and sound and vibration to heal the body energetically through the skin, doing a facial. So each skin condition is also aligned with an element and also a season. And being that we are in the water season right now, an imbalance of water would be water circulation in the body, edema, swollen legs. It's very yin energy. It's skin that lacks tone, has deep wrinkles. Other things come into play as well, like food and thoughts and nutrition and things in the physical world. But I use these charts to really look at your birthing elements or the elementals you have, bringing in the element that may be missing to bring you into energetic alignment with the elementals, sometimes even just with the meridians. I've referred my clients, my guests, to acupuncturists sometimes. But as we move through the cycles of time and the elementals, they play out differently. I do use them for balancing your nutrition quotient, meditation, exercise. There's a plethora of different modalities I utilize these for because we're all energetically different. What works for one doesn't necessarily work for another. And I find that these elementals play a vital role, quite honestly. We all have these resources, and oftentimes we don't put them all to use. So it's an elemental map for me, incorporating all the things, to be honest. But today, having this yin metal pig of a day, yin metal in the heavenly realm or the frequency, the day master, is ruled by Venus. Metal's the only energy we actually have in this chart as far as yin metal in our day. So we need to protect that energy. It's also reflective. It's reflective like a mirror, reflecting who we are, but with words, wordsmithing and actions. Aesthetics, even luxury, aesthetically pleasing, aesthetically cleansed, I'll say. But it's also like a magnet. It attracts those who are of the same frequency alignment or energetic alignment in that algorithm. But the pig, again, being the birth of water, is also a traveling star. It's a receptive energy. It's quick to adapt, to go with the flow. Energetically, I feel like this is a birthing day with the yang wood there as well. Yang wood, especially the tiger and the pig, those two energies are very giddy and playful and harmonizing. So I'm loving this. But water is an element associated also with Mercury, which is communication, activating our thoughts and movements and being in the flow, being quick to respond. So our mind as a tool is literally on high alert, even though it's off on holiday. So it's like telepathy kind of comes to mind for me, especially with the full moon moving into Gemini, which is moved into Gemini today and the full moon later on, which is also ruled by Mercury. So energetically in the Chinese calendar, today is also called a closing day where things come to closure. So this energy is at its lowest point, yin. Yin is what's inward journey, is how I like to say that. And with the pig, but also the sign right before the rat, which is in the month. So it's a collaborative mix is kind of how I see this. It's also the northern direction. So that's kind of highlighted. That would be an area I would like to keep in the flow during the winter months and contemplate different energies. So this is bringing a closing or an ending of a 12-day cycle within the elementals to like go with the flow, be in the flow, be like water, even flowing like water, not like a dry riverbed. So today, energetically, may even feel like water. I think of like raging water as a spring runoff here in Utah. And it did snow earlier, so there is that. But moving quickly, vast, quick. So take a breath and a pause, a still point. Water, meditation as well. Literally getting into a meditative kind of contemplative state energetically, so that this hustle and the bustle is more contained. And the dragon, the young earth, gives that water direction, as well as the yin metal, because I'm thinking of like stones on a riverbank or something like that as well. So it's contained. So we don't want to kind of force any of these outcomes moving forward. Invoking spirit, praying, meditation, those are very powerful because we've had this these spiritual pillars. I've mentioned this before. Our year has been Yang Wood Dragon all year long, is the spiritual energy and spirited. Today we've got not just the Yang Wood Dragon, but also the Yin Metal Pig. So these two together, maybe you're feeling more inspirited, more today, including the entire year. So we kind of have this inspirited, more algorithm of connecting with spirit, ancestors, the other world. So just be aware of synchronicities, connections that feel or you sense were fated. That really, fate is what happens and destiny is where we go with that. But the metal pig indicates that the divine, it's like a line divine timing. We're in time, divine time. That's what it feels like when it comes to who we are currently attracted to in our energetic field. It's like the universe is working in our favor. So I'm loving this energy. And in the I Ching, which I have my little book over here, but the metal pig is associated with hexagram 8. I'm not real efficient, I'll say, with hexagrams. However, I do find that they do play a vital role in our own personal energy, frequency, vibration. But the hexagram is called alliance, which is water above the earth. That's kind of the imagery. It's unity, which reminds me of the Fae, I'll say. So it's a spiritual union, not just between the physical, where it's groups and people, but also it's the union of our mind and our heart, the heart-mind connection. So possibly today, we're a little bit more open to connect with like-minded souls. And when like-minded souls come together, they join a elevated cause, is what I want to say. Kind of like with the pew pew person that's happening right now. I'm not going to go into that, as I don't want to get like shut down or have some hiccup, but it's like a collective response, responding in an evolving kind of way energetically. So I feel like you're grasping what I am saying. But many of us have experienced being denied for something. I know I have, or even declined, like when you go to use your debit card and you get declined. Energetically, though, just flick that away. The universe is always sending us tests. But when we come together as a collective and say no, that opens the door to new opportunities out into the airwaves. So as we are shifting our gears energetically, preparing for 2025, exploring some kind of going retrospective, but also manifesting to move it forward. So Mercury is moving direct as well on the full moon, the same day, the Gemini full moon. So these energies we're a part of. So these are like high thought, percolating vibrations. When thoughts and feelings, Gemini and the moon, come together, those frequencies. So when thoughts and feelings sync together, they link together and become a belief. That's why limiting beliefs are hard to dismantle, is because of the linking aspect. But I believe the universe is always working in our favor, encouraging us to dive deeper and delve into our own thoughts, but also our feelings and our experiences, and really hit the pause point, the yin energy, and take a breath on the inhale and a deep sigh release on the exhale, and reminisce over this past year. Like, what were the insights, the valuable insights and energies that really came to your aid and supported you over 2024, that are evolving, ever evolving, but also growing? It's like, what seed are you nurturing? What were the highlights of this year? And also the challenges. I feel challenges are just energetic hiccups, like as a course correction. And when we don't get the lesson, we kind of get the repeated lesson with a different face. So, how can we evolve and learn from our energetic hiccups to really shape them into a brighter, reflective future? So, with Mercury off of holiday or coming off holiday, our mind will continue to kind of be, it's like the quickening and also the sharpening. It's our ability to express who we are. That's going to improve, making this more of a, I always see a charcuterie board for some reason, but it's more like an articulate time for our intentions for not just the upcoming year, but definitely for Omen days. I sure hope you join in. I'm not even kidding. It's a magical ritual. So I would say place your left hand on your heart. You can't see me doing that, but place your left hand on your heart and ask yourself, what dreams do we wish to cultivate? Like, really just sit with that. What dream do I wish to cultivate? I would even put that in my Omen Day wishes for one of them, whatever that dream is. Or what goals do we all aspire to achieve? Like, what does that feel like for you? But by harnessing the energy, this cosmic alignment that's happening for us, we all have the ability to really set ourselves up for success, whatever that is for each and every one of us. Success is individual, it's personal. So, with the moon entering Gemini already today, it's this charming energy. It's very social, chatty. It's a conversationalist. I don't know about you, but I've been chatting up a storm and I didn't even recognize it until I realized the moon was in Gemini. So, that could be celebrations, gatherings. It's kind of what people do this time of the year, just connecting with your own tribe, your village, and really engage in conversations that stimulate your thought processor. Like, I always like to stay curious and question everything. The mind is a tool that holds all of our experiences we've ever experienced. So, really expressing our creativity, wear the outfit, whatever that is. The one that you hide in the closet, bring it out. Do your hair different. Like, I do me. Dance on the bar or the stage of your life, and just really enjoy the people around you, find the joy in them. So this full moon in Gemini is going to bring out the ideas, the percolating ideas, the wordsmithing, writing, gifts, speaking, invoking, confidence, open communication. It's a combination of our solar plexus along with what I call our soul's harmonic, these two energies. So honestly, energetically, on the flip side, of course, there's also the potentials for misunderstanding in communication. I'm often told I speak another language, so I'm a little confusion sometimes. But that can give like a misstep in the interpretation of what you're trying to bridge the gap on or cross the bridge with. So taking a breath and a pause before you speak. And we also have, in case you didn't know, Venus opposing Mars as well. So this is like about embodying beauty and love and adding passion, creativity. So our emotions may create some emotional encounters that are more intensified. So always the key is to channel this energy into more productive waves and embracing, I'm thinking of my friend, embracing our desires and really writing them down maybe instead of producing them out invoking them, expressing yourself through words, like in a notebook or a journal or something. That really is the best way to just stay mindful and avoid conflicts or power struggles with words. And also, the Musing Moon meditation should be up soon. We had a little energetic hiccup with my processing there, elevating that. It'll be up on YouTube. So if you've subscribed, you should receive that notification as well. And my Musing Moon meditations always come with Astro Insights and a ritual. I always incorporate ritual based on the moon and the different seasons. So with all of that, who's ready for a Mini-Cowry shell divination? Again, all you have to do is comment in the show notes, and I'll move the shells on your behalf and see what the spirits of the other world have for you if you need some guidance. I look at your year you're born because there's an element connected to that. I also look at the month you're born in. Private readings, I obviously look at your day master and your hour and kind of just fill into the collective energies to bring balance to your body and your gift and your purpose. That's kind of my main prime directive, why the universe brought me into this planet at this time. The universe never makes a mistake. So if you want me to move the shells on your behalf, just again, comment in the show notes. I'll see if I can see my chat. Actually, I don't think it's open. That's kind of funny. There it is. Okay. I see Sabri. Hi there. December 2nd. What year? This is your birth month. So you are having a new year. I believe our new year starts literally a week before our born day. So I hope you're putting out your wishes. So what year are you born? And December 2nd. So you are part of the end of the pig, 94. Okay, so in the Dagara cosmology, years ending in 4 are part of the mineral clan. And what did you hit? Are you 30? Don't 30? Move it. Yeah, 30. I'm guessing 30 with the 4 there, and we're in 2024. How funny am I? The dirty 30s. Either way, we're in a year of mineral, so this is a great year for you. It's about conversation, community, connection, family. It always reminds me of sacred geometry, computers, conversation. It kind of, the yin metal energy that I talked about today, that all feels like it's in alignment. And being in December, that's the month you're born, which is a water. That's a lot of water energy. And if you think about it energetically, it's like your foundation of the year you're born, mineral. Mineral is the house in the elementals, or it houses water, condensation to create water. So your year literally is feeding your month. That means energies are coming towards you. And so that's awesome. I actually have energies I feed. They go away from me. So it's like pushing things out into the future where you're like, things come to you, they flow to you. That's kind of what water does, but it's also the birthing phase of water. So that's like bubbling spring water, fresh water, clear water. It's not dirty or murky, stuff like that. And being a Sagittarius, that's all about, you know, what lights up your heart, the starry star light of like, what do I believe? And it's like literally your connection to source energy. That's kind of what Jupiter is. So I would look into that as well. But let's just move the shells on your behalf. So I'm going to affirm your spirit for the magical being you are and always have been, your brilliance, your starlight. Affirm my spirit that I may be a gatekeeper, a conduit to deliver the message you need to receive today. I'm going to call in the Wedamaze, the Contombles, the beings in the unseen as well. Your ancestors, my ancestors, near, far, past, future, and present. And with that, I say Ashe. Blessings. So, my friend, let's see. Oh, you are going through literally, obviously, you're in a space of change. Like you're surrendering to a change. I would even say this could be like in your relationship. Maybe there's a, I don't want to say a disconnect, but how you're seen in a relationship is like, do I belong here? Are these my people? Are these my tribe? That's kind of the energy there. I know you're safe, you're protected. Your ancestors, near ones, are literally, right, trying to communicate to you and with you. Like, I would bring your dream of whatever that communication is into this world, not so much out in the other world. I would recommend you get, I don't know if you work with crystals or stones, or I'm thinking of, gosh, how they use metal circuitry, like the Merkaba, like there's these metal, oh my gosh, I want to call them a transformer. It's that kind of energy. Um, Kind of a circuitry is kind of what I'm getting for that. I don't know why that came in, but whatever. How you identify in the world is like you're being seen as a leader. So there's some kind of transformation that's happening for you. So you can see your own brilliance, which is also going through huge change. Well, hello, it's going through change. You just hit your dirty 30. That's why all this is like, there's so much happening all at once. I'm kind of getting fumbled, but everything's happening. I always say everything works in our favor. And I want you to go with the flow of it. Don't resist it, because there's this spirit is actually inducing this change, this transformation for you. You're going to get clear about where you belong, what your starlight is, like why I came into this world. You're getting very organized around it. And in doing so, some physical in the world healing will transpire and like bring it into this world. But even your voice, like how you speak to people, is also changing. There's some wisdom happening for you as well. So I feel like that looks great. I would probably send you, for sure, get a stone as well. Be devoted to what your heart wants, number one first. And actually have faith, trust spirit. You're blocking your spirit connection. And we got to open that door to access that. And faith is a feeling as well. So that's kind of what I got for you. I hope that was helpful. Just go ahead and comment if it was. That was kind of a lot. I started getting the buzz in the feeling. Okay. Anybody else want me to move the shells on your behalf? Just comment in the show notes. Gotta massage these. Wow, thank you. Bless your heart. Thank you for tuning in. I always love it when people show up live and I get to move the shells. If that was in divine alignment, just share with your friends. The more the merrier, as a collective and a tribe, right? Okay. Sabri, I love that. Ibrahim, huh? Alrighty. I will wait and see if anybody else is interested in having me move the shells on their behalf for the weekend. Especially with a full moon in Gemini, just be aware of your thoughts. Discern the voice that comes in. Definitely. Okay. Anybody else? I know it takes a minute. We got a little lag. A little jet lag. Oh. And one last note, if you're still listening, Sabri, pay attention to the wisdom of your bones, your ancestors. Your bones carry medicine there as well, which is also part of mineral. You can't make this stuff up. Like, seriously. So there is that. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, I'm updating my membership website. If you want to join for only $3.99, where it gets a remodel. All of my online opportunities are there, plus a community, a private community to share your magic is in there. All my Spill the Teas, my live show as well, which reminds me, next Friday is Spill the Tea for Capricorn, Saturn, and what I call Force Empathy. It's our command center. It's an energetic center in our hands. We all have these It's just how they work for us. Some people it's very activated. Some people it's kind of dormant because you've got another intuitive gift. But we all have a purpose. It's just that's what makes it everyone so magical, is we all have our intuitive gifts. And also manifestation. I'll be launching that. How to manifest whatever it is your heart desires to assist you to live your best life, your purpose, your gift and your purpose, bringing that magic and your own medicine into this timeline. Okay, well, it's 333 angel numbers right now, and if nobody else wants me to move the shells on your behalf, we'll switch up the screen. And again, my mystic message: I allow my feelings to merge with my heart's desires. I always do a mystic message at the beginning of the week and take this into the weekend as we move on forward with that as well. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say for today. Again, I just want to finish up with the Shamanic Healing Academy. $3.99. It'll probably be for at least 3 months, minus the Black Friday. That's a whole nother opportunity I have happening. But we're doing a remodel. It'll probably take me 3 to, I'm going to say maybe 4 months, just because it's getting a good old scrubbing, a virtual remodel. So $3.99 a month until it's recalibrated. So this is probably going to be, like I said, at least 3 months, maybe longer. And then the price will return to $19.99 while we're sprucing it up. That's kind of what I do in there. So what's housed here is seriously, it's all of my online opportunities from a beginner's phase, if you're new to energy healing or energy medicine, and just really recalibrating your energetic centers, connecting with the elementals as well. And it's ongoing. I'm in there myself, assisting people. I go live in little group chats, working with other collectives within the collective in there. Like I said, Spill the Tea is also next Friday. Spill the Tea, this one's going to be all about, of course, Capricorn. It's always at 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time, the third Friday of every month, if you don't know. And this is the energy center in our hands. It's our ability to command forces, generative or degenerative forces. I'll probably bring in some of the human design gates that are activated during Capricorn season. Of course, the moon, new and full, give you a little insights there, and whatever random other musings that actually come to mind. So those are kind of what's on the agenda for next week. But yeah, the mystic message for the weekend. Once again, I allow my feelings to merge with my heart's desires. Maybe hold space for that as you think about, like, what are your 13 wishes for Omen days. I sure hope you tune in with me. I'll probably share each of the cards each month that I pull. I'm going to use the cards from my angel deck. I don't know if you participated last year, but these are like angel medicine kind of cards. I'm going to go with those again because they were a hit last year as far as mystic messages for Omen days. But yeah, if nobody wants me to move the shells on your behalf, I will call it a magical day, and I'll see you for sure next Friday. And in the subscribers hub, now that I figured out how to go live there, be sure to get ready to bring our manifestations to fruition, because we all manifest differently. And I want you to percolate those desires. So once again, thanks for showing up with me live. Thanks again, Sabri, for not being shy. And I'll see you on the other side. Blessings.